Good afternoon, St George's.
Our top stories today.
How did strike action impact on St George's School and what were the reasons for going on strike?
BBC Three's to shut down. How have people reacted to such a popular channel being axed?
It can't have escaped your notice that many girls are going makeup free to raise money for awareness for breast cancer. We bring you the lowdown on how this has affected those at St George's.
We also have entertainment news bringing you the latest on the shows arriving in Blackpool this summer.
Also, have you heard there's a new planet? Liam brings us the latest on this new development.
People say that a dog is a man's best friend. However, a group of our students are explaining why cats are needing homes and what looking after them involves.
And finally, we have a roundup of this week's sports.
Welcome to BBC School Report. My name is Chloe and this is Athena. On the 26th of March, teachers from around England and Wales went on strike staged by the NUT. Union leaders said the action has been a clear demonstration that teachers were thoroughly tired of intolerable pressure from the government.
The union claimed the strike was a success, but the Department of Education said only 12% of schools in England had to close fully. We interviewed some teachers at St George's asking their views on the strike. Firstly, we interviewed Miss Hyam in the RE department.
Why didn't you strike yesterday?
Because I would have striked, but my union is called the NASUWT, and the union that striked, is that the right word, was the NUT. So they were the only people who were legally allowed to go out on strike.
Okay, and what do you think the impact will be of the strike on teachers?
Well, first of all, we don't have a jolly. We have the day off that we have, we are meant to go out and we protest, and we do lose a day's pay over it, so it's not like a day off. I think the impact will be that the government, who aren't talking to us at the moment, will perhaps want to talk to us if we say we're going to do another strike.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Next up we have Mr Chowdhury, a teacher in the maths department. He is also a union representative. What was the purpose of yesterday's strike?
Well, the strike was to make Michael Gove, who's the Education Minister, come to the table to discuss with the unions the changes that he's trying to make to the education system in this country.
Okay, and what do you think the outcome will be?
Hopefully, he's going to sit up and realise that actually teachers are not very happy with some of the changes he's made and the effect it's going to have on the children and their education, and also on the effects on teachers, the workload, the fact that he wants us to work till we're 68, and the detrimental effect that it's going to have on the children and the way we present lessons. And he's going to come to the table and discuss with the unions in a professional way the way forward. That's what I hope happens. Whether it will happen or not, due to his arrogance, I'm not sure.
Okay, and do you agree with this strike?
I agree wholeheartedly with the strike. Unfortunately, yesterday it was the NUT who decided they were going to strike. I'm not a member of the NUT. I'm with the other union, the NASUWT. But to be fair, we should be working together because it affects education for everybody, affects every teacher, and it's such a shame that we can't work together on this.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem at all.
In total, about 1,695 schools in England were affected because of the strike, and nearly 2,500 teachers marched in central London.
While the DfE says only 12% of schools in England were closed, there were 472 partial closures and 297 full closures.
Thank you, girls. Now on to our next story. American Dad, Ja'mie, Family Guy and Bad Education and many other TV shows make BBC Three one of the most popular channels on digital TV.
Kai, Dowie and Cameron explained to us how students at St George's feel about this channel disappearing from our TV screens.
Hi, I'm Cameron. And I'm Dowie. BBC Three has been a must on the box for more than 10 years, but now the BBC are making the decision to axe it off the air. The plans will take action next year, 2015, as announced on the 3rd of March.
To compromise, the BBC would instead replace BBC Three on iPlayer. This could be considered as a gamble, as not everyone has access to the internet. Even some celebrities like Greg James, Matt Lucas and Jack Whitehall voted it would be really bad for the new comedy, and it's vital to support the latter.
We conducted some interviews to envision how pupils and teachers will feel when we say goodbye to BBC Three.
Most of our interviewees knew of the axe. Many of the favourite shows were Sun, Sex and Suspicious Parents, Family Guy and Doctor Who, all of which were considered heartwarming. The younger people were disheartened by the termination of BBC Three, unlike the older generation, who are not as concerned as their younger counterparts. The reaction from our interviewees concerning BBC Three being moved to iPlayer seemed much more positive than the reactions we got when they only thought of their favourite programmes being cancelled and not taking in that they had an alternative.
So the controversy of whether it is a good idea to see our favourite comedy programme off remains open.
Many of the live programmes such as Gavin Stacey and Ruffles Howard will take the step up in technology and be welcomed to the World Wide Web. Thank you for listening.
That's so quiche. Thanks, boys. Let's all hope the BBC change their minds.
We've all taken a selfie before, but this time the selfie has made a difference to lives everywhere. Our news team is here to report.
An unbelievable £8 million has been raised thanks to the popular trend of no makeup selfies. Women of all ages have the courage to bare all and go barefaced on social networking sites. The trend seems to have begun with author Laura Lippman, who was in support of her friend and has managed to raise awareness and pay respect to cancer patients all over the world.
Breast cancer is the most common cancer in the UK. Around 55,000 people are diagnosed with breast cancer each year, which is one person every 10 minutes. Just under 12,000 people die from breast cancer in the UK each year. Cancer research has seen more than 800,000 donations after the popular online campaign asking women to post selfies with no makeup using the hashtag #NoMakeupSelfie.
At St George's, we decided to survey 20 female teachers to see how far this trend has spread. 35% posted their selfies, leaving 55% saying they would have if they were nominated or had an account on a social networking site.
If you want to help raise more money for cancer research, text BEAT to 70099. This will hopefully help find a cure for the terrible disease.
Let's hope the money raised doesn't stop there.
Now we're going to bring you into the entertainment hub to present the up and coming events in Blackpool. Over the past couple of years, most people come to Blackpool for the attractions such as Pleasure Beach, the Tower and Madame Tussauds, but in fact a lot of popular shows and singers come to Blackpool each year.
Coming up this year in Blackpool, there are some amazing musicals such as Horrible Histories, Sister Act, Avenue Q, The Vicar of Dibley and Sleeping Beauty. Also some amazing singers coming to Blackpool such as Peter Andre, Little Mix, Joe McElderry and Sam Bailey.
A lot of famous people like to come to Blackpool because most people say it's like the Vegas of the North.
Blackpool is the heart of the entertainment in the northwest. With theatres such as the Grand Theatre and the Opera House, Blackpool has a lot of places to watch some amazing shows.
A large amount of people enjoy going to the shows because although it's a small town, there's a lot of people.
Also coming up this year, popular jukebox musical Mamma Mia is coming to Blackpool for 3 months. Tickets are ranged from £20 to £39.50 and the show is on from June 20th till the 14th of September.
We asked Steve from the Gazette a few questions about Mamma Mia and other upcoming shows. He said it will increase tourism in Blackpool and it's the only show that's being shown outside London.
He also said there's been a lot of big shows and artists lately. It's slowly getting more and Blackpool are more able to get big musicals. It's getting larger with better events.
We finally asked him why Mamma Mia is such a popular show and he said it's a brilliant show, especially with ABBA music. Blackpool was different.
With 3 piers, the Blackpool Tower and the illuminations, Blackpool is a family fun town and more people are coming to see what Blackpool has got. It's unique.
Now to some news from out of this world.
Liam's going to explain to us about the discovery of a new planet.
New planet past Pluto, found in 2012. This planet is a dwarf planet. Scientists believe that more larger planets lie beyond. Scientists believe that planets beyond VP113 are about 10 times bigger than Earth. This recently found planet is about 80 times farther away from the Sun than Earth is. This planet is in a region in our solar system called the Oort cloud. The Oort cloud is made up of icy planets like Pluto. In 2003, scientists found a planet and called it Sender. Along for decades till now, I talked to some science teachers and this is what they said. It was very exciting, probably not habitable though. Another said that it is interesting to see if it contains any other compounds / materials that haven't been found before, or that don't ordinarily find in our solar system or on Earth. This recently found planet is about 80 times farther away from the Sun than Earth is.
Brian Cox will be excited. Thank you, Liam.
Are you a cat or a dog person? Our reporters have looked at the surge of animals that need rescuing in our local area.
Data shows that there has been an increase of domestic animals that are being abandoned or in need of rehoming. In 2011, 40,595 animals were abandoned, 24,630 animals were abandoned in 2007 in Britain. We spoke to Karen Sharp of Holly Acres Academy, Blackpool, about the matter. Holly Acres is a home-based business which looks after cats by the owners on holiday or otherwise occupied. Holly Acres is mainly for the boarding of cats, but in the winter there are several cats that need to be rehomed. It acts as a foster care for cats in need. Businesses is linked to Northwest Discount Pet Foods, which has two sides. Both businesses aim to help people as much as possible with regards to animals. Holly Acres believe that there are several reasons that cats may be abandoned or in need of rehoming, and it isn't always down to animal cruelty. Factors which affect whether or not a family can take care of a cat include the cost, due to recessions, the welfare of the creator, continuous breeding, as well as animal cruelty. When challenged with the task of rehoming a cat, these businesses are constantly raising awareness of animals that need a home. In the past, Holly Acres has taken in a cat due to the fact that they cannot find a new home. When we interviewed Ms. Sharp, she told us that she believes it is incredibly important that the people are aware of what it takes to care for a domestic animal. She told us that if people are more educated with the exact care that they need to take care of an animal, the amount of animals abandoned will decrease. Karen Sharp also offers several ways in which teenagers can help raise awareness and solve this problem, an idea that we should take into consideration. Animals that live near us and be aware. This can lead us being able to take care of our neighbours' animals. For example, if your neighbour is ill, you can offer to walk the dog, and therefore the trust that the animal will have in you. This will help you to identify any suspicious behaviour towards the animal. If the animal trusts you, then you are able to help it. Another way of raising your awareness is to offer your assistance to local charities. This will not only help the animals, but will also educate you further as to how you can look properly after the animal. Please remember that just because an animal is abandoned doesn't mean it's being abused. However, this is sometimes the case. Join in, raise the awareness and make a difference. Volunteers that wish to groom the cats are welcome at Holly Acres Academy.
Oh, wasn't that adorable? Thanks, girls.
And finally, over to Louis, Dylan and Nathan for the sports news.
Hello, I'm Louis.
And I'm Dylan.
We are representatives of St George's School in Blackpool, and we are doing the sports section of our report.
In recent sport news, the title race is becoming very nail-biting as Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal and City are fighting for the top of the table in the Premier League.
In other sports news, former footballer David Beckham helped to raise more than $53 million by taking part in a classic Only Fools and Horses sketch with the two stars of the show.
Also, Andy Murray suffered a defeat to Novak Djokovic, although there was a bit of controversy with one of Novak's points, because he apparently hit the ball when it was in Murray's half of the court.
As well as that, Olympic boxer and bronze medalist Anthony Ogogo has recently changed from amateur to professional boxer after starting his career in boxing in 2004.
Some rugby league news also. Huddersfield fans have something to celebrate as Earl Crabtree has said that he will not be tempted to leave until he wins a major trophy with the club. An upsetting 30-14 defeat last game against Catalan Dragons. They have to look ahead to the game against Warrington Wolves on Sunday and hope for a win.
Here are the weekend's fixtures for football.
On Saturday we have Manchester United versus Aston Villa at 12:45. The 3 o'clock kickoffs are Crystal Palace versus Chelsea, Southampton versus Newcastle, Stoke versus Hull, Swansea versus Norwich and West Brom versus Cardiff. We also have Arsenal versus Man City at 3:30.
Also on Sunday, we have Fulham versus Everton at 1:30, Liverpool versus Tottenham at 6 o'clock.
Thanks guys, the title race will be exciting to watch.
That brings us to the end of our bulletin. Thanks for watching.